Hey guys, how you going? Okay, let's go through a couple of stories on Gateway Pundit. Justin Timberlake's been arrested in New York for DUI, blew through stop sign swerving, refused breathalyzer. Interesting. Singer and songwriter Justin Timberlake was arrested Monday night for driving under the influence of alcohol in the Hamptons in New York. Timberlake was partying at the American Hotel bar in Sag Harbor in the Hamptons Monday night before he hopped in the driver's seat of his BMW and blew through a stop sign. Police began tailing Timberlake and noticed he was swerving. Timberlake refused the breathalyzer after failing the field sobriety test. According to reports, Timberlake was arraigned on Tuesday on one count of DUI and running a stop sign. He was released from custody without bail. Of course he was. Wow. Mugshot. TMZ reported that Timberlake told cops he had one martini and followed his friends home. However, according to a witness, Justin Timberlake was wasted and drinking other people's drinks before he was arrested for driving under the influence. The 43-year-old singer was spotted in handcuffs Tuesday morning. TMZ has obtained the police report tied to Justin Timberlake's arrest, and the cops spell out exactly what they say they saw while Justin was on the road. Per the doc, Sag Harbor police say they first spotted Justin after he blew past a stop sign a little more than half a mile away from the American Hotel, where he left to get together with friends. Cops say that's when they started following Justin, at which point they claimed he failed to stay in a straight line on the road, tailing him for about another half a mile before they finally hit the lights. Justin was eventually pulled over at an intersection, which is in a residential area, mind you, and at that point, cops say they suspected he was under the influence. The signs that cops cite for their determination: bloodshot, glassy eyes, a strong odour of an alcoholic beverage emanating from his breath, unable to divide attention, slowed speech, unsteady afoot, and cops go on to say he performed poorly on all field sobriety tests. One last thing, cops claim Justin said, "I had one martini and I followed my friends home." There's no mention of Justin's friends intervening in his police report, but we're told friends of his attempted to intervene during this stop, asking them to cut him a break. TMZ obtained surveillance video of Timberlake driving his BMW X7 right before he was pulled over. Timberlake appears to be swerving. Okay, well, let's watch this. I'm going to turn the volume off, but we're going to watch it. Are we? Yes. Okay, here he is here. Is that him? No, here he is. Okay, here he is here. Obviously, with the little signs at the top telling me. There is Timberlake, right? Okay, yep. I don't know, I can't see it. It's behind the trees. Anyway, okay, fair enough. Apparently he was swerving. Unless I'm behind him, I can't see that. But anyway, that's just me. Putin arrives in North Korea for the first visit in 24 years. Vows to fight US-led sanctions. Arizona Governor Katie Hobbs snaps at reporter when asked about Attorney General's investigation into $400,000 pay-to-play scheme. And FBI knew for 8 years Hunter Biden and his associates scored a $120 million deal with Ukrainian energy company but kept it hidden. Local citizens tie up and beat the tar out of illegal alien busted for attacking an innocent teen girl in New York City. President Trump is up 18 points in Bellwether, Iowa. Makes you wonder what his real numbers are in neighbouring Minnesota and Wisconsin. Shameless liars. President Trump comments on Biden wandering off at the G7, being pulled off stage by Obama and claiming the videos were faked. And Jean-Pierre called them something very weird. Cheap fakes. That's right. She called them cheap fakes, not deep fakes. President Trump on Tuesday opened his rally in Racine, Wisconsin, commenting on Biden's confused wandering away from world leaders at the G7 summit and the controversy centering around a video clip that went viral depicting Biden being led off stage by Barack Obama after freezing up at a Democratic fundraiser. Joe Biden had a disastrous trip to Europe last week after wandering off during the G7 parachuting displays and head-bumping Pope Francis. The Biden camp is in full-blown panic mode after these videos of Biden went viral. The Gateway pundit reported that Biden campaign Spock's Adrian Elrod called a viral video of Joe Biden wandering off at the G7 disinformation demanded that the social media platform censor it. Of course, Joe Biden wants to censor and silence conservative media. Joe Biden counted on social media to censor Hunter Biden's laptop from hell in October 2020, shortly before the presidential election. How convenient. Additionally, as the Gateway pundit reported during a press conference, DEI White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre lashed out at conservative media outlets for circulating videos of Biden being pulled off the stage by his handler-in-chief, Barack Obama. She described the unedited clips as a cheap fake video done in bad faith, which is bloody hilarious. White House Senior Deputy Press Secretary Andrew Bates defended Biden on Sunday in comments that attacked New York Post and other conservative websites for its reporting on the incident. Fresh off being fact-checked by at least 6 mainstream outlets for lying about POTUS with cheap fakes, Rupert Murdoch's sad little super PAC, the New York Post, is back to disrespecting its readers and itself once again. Their ethical standards could deal with a little unfreezing, he wrote. By pretending the president taking in an appalling crowd for a few seconds is somehow wrong, all they're really admitting is, once again, is they can't take on the leadership that's fueling the strongest economic growth in the world and bringing violent crime to a 50-year low. Who the hell said this? Who the hell's speaking here? Oh, the Senior Deputy Press Secretary Andrew Bates. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, okay. I think he's delusional. What do you reckon? They can't... He's saying that the Republicans can't take on the leadership that's fueling the strongest economic growth in the world and bringing violent crime to a 50-year low? Maybe if you believe mainstream media. President Trump told the crowd on Tuesday Joe Biden is humiliating our country on the world stage. Yeah, that he is. And slammed Biden's team for calling the real videos of his mental freefall fakes. He's blaming it now on AI, Trump said, before adding he doesn't know what AI is, but that's okay. President Trump also slammed the fake news media, calling them shameless liars for covering up Biden's cognitive decline and claiming the videos were faked. With me, they take a good speech and they make it look as bad as possible. With him, they take the worst speech you've ever heard and they try and make him look like semi-normal, Trump added. He continued, they're the Russia people, the laptop from hell people, the 51 intelligence agent people. They're the people that said all sorts of lies about military, about our great military. They make up stories about our military. It's disgraceful what they can do and they're so destructive to our country. And Trump said they have a candidate that has no clue, doesn't know where he is, and all they can do is lie. Joe Biden is humiliating our country on the world stage. He's actually humiliating us. You saw what happened this weekend. It's turning the United States into a total joke all over the world. First he wandered off the G7 in Europe stage. He looked like he didn't know where the hell he was going, but he didn't know where he was. He's blaming it now on AI. He's saying he doesn't know what AI is, but that's okay. No, they're saying the media is manipulative. He's saying the media is manipulating now. On that one, I have to stick up for the media. I have to tell you, he said the media is manipulating the pictures of him constantly not knowing where the hell he is. They're doing just the opposite. They're making him look better. At the G7 in Europe, he had to be rescued by other world leaders. They had to pull him back. Then he bizarrely put his face to the Pope's forehead. What was that all about? It was weird. Vivek is here. That was weird, Vivek. I don't know, did you see the Pope? The Pope is like, what's happening? The Pope didn't really know what was happening. He said, this is strange. Then he froze during the celebration on the White House lawn. Then Barack Hussein Obama had to grab his hand and lead him off the stage as though he were a child. I have to tell you, Obama could have handled that different, definitely. He could have done it a little bit softer. He could have done it like, let's go, let's go. He did have to grab him and pull him up off the stage. But yeah, he looked good, and I guess that was his primary purpose. He wanted to look good. He could have done a better job. In fact, the Biden people were very upset about that whole incident, but yet, to be discussed. Huh? Okay, hang on. In fact, the Biden people were very upset that the whole incident was yet to be discussed. I don't know. But Crooked Joe and his handlers are insisting he's sharper than ever, and they say the videos of Crooked Joe shuffling around are clean fakes. You know what a clean fake is? They're deceptively edited. They say they're deceptively edited all of the mistakes that he's made every day. He can't go anywhere without a mistake. Now, if I'm perfect, they say he made a mistake. He did. Perfect. And I don't say clean fakes, although they do that. They're the fake news. Look how many you have out there. They're all over the place. But with me, they take a good speech and they make it look as bad as possible. With him, they take the worst speech you've ever heard and they try and make him look semi-normal. Did I not just read that? What is going on with this article? They're repeating themselves. Please don't do that, Gateway Pundit. And there's some errors in there. Who's the editor? I don't know. 911 services down across Massachusetts down for several hours after system crashes. Authorities won't say why. Did they get hacked at all? Wow, that's a big area. 911 emergency services across Massachusetts were down for several hours on Tuesday after the system crashed. Residents could not reach emergency services amid a sweltering heat wave. Temperatures soared to the upper 90s with the heat index on Tuesday. 911 is currently down statewide, Boston Police said in a statement. If you are experiencing an emergency, pull a firebox. The public was able to resume 911 calls at 3:43 p.m. after the system was down for a few hours. The 911 system across Massachusetts was restored Tuesday after going down for several hours, which made it impossible for anyone to reach emergency services through the call number. I'd rather they just say it once, even if it makes the article shorter. Authorities won't say why. We've read that. Okay, I don't want to read things twice. Massachusetts State Police also posted an alert. Residents in Maine, New Hampshire and Connecticut received alerts by accident. Okay. See, there you go. I shortened it. Very short. They don't have to repeat things. I don't like that. Political earthquake. New Jersey Democrat kingmaker George Norcross indicted on racketeering charges. Huh. What do you know? A big-time New Jersey Democrat kingmaker was indicted on racketeering charges. George Norcross, who for decades was a Democrat boss and kingmaker in New Jersey politics, his brother Philip Norcross and a few other defendants were charged in a 13-count indictment in a case pursued by the state's Attorney General Matthew Platkin. According to a 111-page indictment unsealed on Monday, Norcross led a criminal enterprise in South New Jersey. The entities that benefited, including Cooper Health and the insurance firm Connor Strong and Buckaloo, CSB, then occupied the properties they obtained interest in and sold the tax credits they obtained for millions of dollars, the indictment said, according to CNBC. The indictment unsealed today alleges that George Norcross has been running a criminal enterprise in his state for at least the last 12 years. Wow. New Jersey Attorney General Platkin during a press conference as Norcross sat in attendance. And I'm sure what the deep state are doing is much worse than that and for much longer. On full display in this indictment is how a group of unelected private businessmen used their power and influence to get government to aid their criminal enterprise and further its interests, Platkin said. The alleged conduct of the Norcross enterprise has caused great harm to individuals, businesses, non-profits and the people of the state of New Jersey, and especially the city of Camden and its residents. That stops today, Platkin added. Wow. And there is obviously a video there. George Norcross, who for decades had been a Democratic political kingmaker in New Jersey, was charged with racketeering in an indictment unsealed Monday. Norcross's brother, Philip Norcross, and 4 other defendants were also charged in the 13-count, 111-page indictment filed by... Okay, we've read that before. Platkin accused George Norcross of leading a criminal enterprise... Is there anything they're not going to repeat? Hang on. In South Jersey that used political influence to tailor economic redevelopment along the waterfront of Camden, New Jersey, to suit the defendants' financial interests, extorting and pressuring others to obtain property rights and tax incentive credits linked to the development efforts. George Norcross, a 68-year-old insurance executive and former member of the Democratic National Committee, was chair of the Board of Trustees of Cooper University Healthcare and chair of Connor Strong and Buccaloo. Now a resident of Florida, George Norcross was in attendance at a press conference Platkin gave on the charges on Monday in Trenton. So there you go. Watch Trump slams Joe Biden's mass Biden's giving amnesty for illegals right before the election. Because he wants to win. I bet he won't be able to do it, right? Because it never happens, right? But he will not be able to, like he's promising without being able to deliver, if you know what I mean. Because I'm pretty sure that they need Congress vote in this. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. But I do believe they need the Congress to vote on this. Joe Biden on Tuesday announced mass amnesty for at least 500,000 illegal aliens. The number is likely much higher. According to Trump advisor and America First legal founder Stephen Miller, Biden's unconstitutional amnesty will give illegal aliens immediate green cards, making it easier to vote illegally, and a 3-year path to citizenship, giving them full voting rights. It also includes a diploma mill provision. Leftists and opportunistic corporations can churn out meaningless diplomas, and illegals who receive them will be made into citizens as well, Stephen Miller said. Once citizens, illegals get chain migration, so all their relatives become citizens too, he added. It's unconstitutional. Joe Biden had the nerve to claim every nation must secure its borders. This is after approximately 15 million illegal aliens, mainly military-age males, have invaded the US on Biden's watch. Yeah, he says everyone else must secure their borders, but hey, leave yours open, don't worry about it, you know. As usual, what's left of Biden's brain melted in real time during his remarks. Okay, let's have a listen. I've got to have a listen to this. Make sure that the volume's not too loud.
Every nation must secure its borders, just that simple. And if Trump and the Republicans wouldn't do it, working with me, then I would do it on my own, and I did.
Okay, just let me correct something there. The Republicans didn't want to sign a bill that had other things snuck in there, okay? And they were willing to sign a bill if it was just the border, without like Ukraine funding and stuff in there. As usual, what's left of Biden's brain melted in real time during his remarks, thanks to all the members of Congress and Homeland Security Secretary, Biden mumbled. Okay, watch here. Okay, let's have a listen. I've got to put my headphones back on. Okay.
Thanks to all the members of Congress and Homeland Security Secretary. I'm not sure you're going to understand.
What? Good one, Biden. We fully get what you're on about. Yep, fully. Not at all. Biden absurdly claimed his unilateral mass amnesty scheme without approval from Congress is overwhelmingly supported by the American people. I think that if they took a poll of every American, it would be overwhelmingly not supported by the American people. This is a lie. The overwhelming majority of Americans support mass criminal alien deportations. And then the White House, of course, earlier Tuesday defended Biden's amnesty plan. Let's have a listen.
The action I'm announcing today will go into effect later this summer. And by the way, just as was true for the protection of dreamers, the steps I'm taking today are overwhelmingly supported by the American people, no matter what the other team says. No,
they're not. Sorry, but I really don't think they are. Okay, watch Jean-Corinne Pierre defend Biden's amnesty plan.
Today, President Biden will announce that the Department of Homeland Security will take action designed to help U.S. citizens with non-citizen spouses keep their families together. This new process will help certain non-citizen spouses and children apply for lawful permanent residency, a status they are already eligible for without having to leave the country. Additionally, President Biden will announce that the administration will facilitate the employment visa process for those who have graduated from college and have a high-skilled job offer, including DACA recipients and other dreamers.
Okay. A White House reporter asked Karine Jean-Pierre why now, why not earlier. Karine Jean-Pierre claimed Biden proposed mass amnesty on day one. Well, why?
And when it comes to the new executive actions today on immigration, can you just talk us through why now? Why not earlier?
So look, and I said this a little bit, and I'll say it again, which is, and we say this, our immigration system is broken. It has been for some decades. The president wants to have a comprehensive legislative fix. That's the process that we actually want to take, and that's why he did on day one.
Okay. So here's, okay, Biden's solution for the border being broken is to just give them all amnesty. Okay. She blinks a lot, I've noticed, and when you have to continually blink, you're either high or or you're lying. Okay. Media fail, leftist. Okay, let's read this one. They're saying Trump's feeble, okay? Because they're trying to cover up for Biden being feeble. So they're trying to say Trump is feeble. Leftist MSNBC contributors claim that feeble Trump was guided off stage during a rally, blows up in his face after footage emerges exposing the truth. The Gateway Pundit has extensively reported on unedited videos showcasing Biden's worsening dementia, including multiple notable ones just in the last few days. The media and the Biden regime have responded by proclaiming such footage as fake videos doctored by conservative outlets. In the words of George Orwell, they're asking you to reject the evidence of your eyes and ears. Now some are also trying to suggest that President Trump, not Biden, is actually the one with mental problems. Brian Tyler Cohen, an MSNBC News contributor and podcast host of an ironically named show called No Lie. You can't write this. Oh, serious, you can't make this shit up. Decided to gaslight America by sharing a photo yesterday that he claims shows Trump being escorted off the stage. Yeah, well, show us the video. Not just a photo, but the whole video, because this is what they do. And a lot of people believe it, right? They say Trump does this, Trump does that, and he's even said it because they're not looking at the whole context of what he was talking about. They're looking at a clip, and some people just believe that without looking further. The incident supposedly occurred during a Trump rally in Hialeah, Florida, in November 2023. Here's a photo of Trump having to hold someone's hand to guide him off stage, Cohen wrote. I'm sure this will get just as much coverage as the Daily Biden old story gets. This is what he showed. Okay? No lie. That's a blatant lie, said the fact checkers. This was a photo of Trump shaking Don Jr.'s hand. But then a video emerged showing what actually happened. It turns out Trump was shaking hands with his eldest son, Don Jr., before exiting the stage without assistance. Okay, I've got to play this one without sound because YouTube don't like anything, not even 9 seconds worth of a song. Okay, hold on, I'm coming. And there's Don Jr., right? Shake hands, right? Like a weird shake, but you know, just shaking hands, yep. Well done, Dad. There you go. Yeah, but he needs help, right? Yeah. I think we know who the decrepit one is. Cohen ended up getting dunked so severely that even Liberal CNN reporter Andrew Kaczynski joined in. Andrew Kaczynski said he shook his hand, he didn't guide him at all. No lie with, and yeah, included this one. Okay, this is the best left-wingers can do to smear Trump as physically and mentally unable to handle another term as president. Americans have nothing to worry about. Biden, of course, is a far different story. And I do believe someone has collapsed at the White House during a press briefing. One sec, guys. Okay, conservative war machine said breaking a person has just passed out at the White House press briefing. Might have been a reporter, not sure. We'll try and see, you know. What else is going on? That's it, okay. I've got a lot of news to go over and stuff, guys, but I'm going to wait. I'm about to upload a video to Rumble, and I'm going to do Hillary Clinton in Wonderland. I may have to do this in parts. It may be part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. Not sure how it's going to go yet, but I hope you can join me over there for that. I should be back live very soon. Very soon, right? Getting a bit tongue-tied here at the moment. Yeah, I had my granddaughter over yesterday and the day before, and so I've been looking after her for a couple of days. My sleep is right out, so I woke up really late this morning, couldn't go live, too late. Okay, guys, much love, and I shall be back very shortly. See you soon. Bye.